am back. I have to tell you it's been busy since I was last on. Just to let you guys know, I think in my last video or previous to that, I'd mentioned Dad was in the hospital. And the last time we went, well, around that time when we went, he's had a lung transplant and he ended up having complications and he ended up in ICU, and he's actually he's struggled. It's been rough. I can't even say that right now he's out of the woods yet. It's been very disheartening and scary watching this whole process come, full circle. And I feel like we're just like in the first part of it. It's still really rough. And so I've been traveling back and forth to Houston over the last few weeks since Mother's Day. And especially since that happened, I've just been very present, mostly in Houston and here in the Valley. And I have been, just update as far as my IVF process is that we're doing Sizin, which is the growth hormone. Now, there's a reason I'm back. It's about, I guess it's like 3 o'clock in the morning right now. I had to emergency drive back to Houston. I called the doctor. I'm not sure what happened as far as my Sizin. I traveled to Houston. What is today? I think it's officially Thursday. Excuse my brain, but it's officially Thursday, the 8th of June. And I left on Monday, and I had to inject myself on Monday. I decided for myself 10 p.m. is what works best versus any other time of day. Anyhow, 10 o'clock Monday when we're leaving, I inject. I see I have about 7 days left after that injection. I said, good, we're good to go because I'm coming back on Thursday. I'll be back in time. The physician had wanted me to call 2 days prior to running out of medication. When I went to inject on Tuesday night, once I'm in Houston, I realized, crap, there is only one more day. What happened to the other about 6 doses? I don't know, because it's a plunger. You have to stick the syringe in and suction it out for it to come out. And somehow it's gone. And so I hurry up and call because I'm told I can't miss a day. I have to have this daily for 4 weeks prior to even trying another cycle. So I called the doctors today. Well, it's not today anymore. On Wednesday, yesterday, and spoke with the nurses. They had to check with the physician, and he did say that I needed to stay on it and I couldn't miss any time. I asked, oh my God, let me tell y'all this. I asked if they could call it into a pharmacy here. They were kind of willing to do it, if at all possible, they'd actually try. So I said, okay, let me call the pharmacy, see if they have it in stock. Let's see what the cost is in the States, and we'll go from there. So I told her I'd call her back once they did confirm I did need the medication. So I call Walgreens. It was $4,000 for the medication. So that told me I needed to get in a car and bring myself home, which was really hard because it's always hard leaving my dad. I'll tell you, it's just, my heart's literally torn. I prayed with him before I came home, and it was really hard. I told my husband I couldn't even talk about it because he teared up, and that makes it harder for me, and he can't talk. He has his trach, and so he can't talk, but I told him how much I love him and how much we're believing in God for a full recovery and just to stay strong in his faith, and I told him we'll be praying for one another. I went over to Mexico today. I did pick up the Sizen, and it was 100 and I want to say it's like 143. I'll post a picture of my money exchange. It's 2,500 pesos, which is like $143. And 143 versus $4,000. It's insane how the pharmaceuticals can get away with doing this to us. I don't understand why in the States it's so high for medicines. But the nurse said to go ahead and inject everything that's in the vial. I do like a 0.5 in a TB syringe. So I think there's at least 12 to 15 doses in there. She said it's okay to continue it through like my cycle, which kind of just tells me maybe I got set back some, because had I finished possibly prior to my cycle, it would have been where we picked up for IVF. But that's okay. I've had my mixed feelings about the physician. But with this situation, I did like that he was wanting to see me in there to get the medicine I needed for my egg production to be stronger. He didn't compromise my health and potential baby's health. He stuck to it and said, hey, come on in and go ahead and finish everything you bought. You know, this is going to help you even more. So I did. I like that. I'll be keeping you guys posted. I have my vial, thank God, so I didn't miss the dose. That's all I'm doing right now. And yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Hopefully, I have to call again 2 days before, 2 to 3 days before the script is gone, to let them know, and then at that point I find out what's next, because right now I have no clue. That's just how it works in Mexico, y'all. So if you're going to Mexico, no hand holding. I think that's been one complaint I've had. You don't have like a list of this is how it goes. And not to mention, my situation wouldn't be everybody's situation. Everybody has a different situation. For me, definitely, I've seen my medication's been more expensive because my eggs, and now I realize that, and maybe possibly when I first went I didn't understand that or know that, but now I do. I have weak eggs. It's me. So now we know what to focus on, and we're doing that. So that being said, I'm understanding a little bit better. Understanding too, like if you guys are going to go see this doctor, ask questions. They're not going to give you answers to questions you don't ask. There's a saying in Espanol. It says, al mudo no lo escuchan. So what does that mean? That means if you're mute, no one's going to hear you. And if you don't ask, you don't get answers. So if you want answers, I suggest you ask questions. And, you know, maybe sometimes not everybody can answer them. But I would definitely try to, you know, be nice to them. They're actually really nice to me. They know my voice when I call. And I can't tell you, that's a good feeling that you're with somebody that knows you. The front office, as soon as I walk in, they know me. The cashier, the nurses, you know, I think they all know me better than the doctor, let's be honest. That's how it was. I was a nurse and I knew patients better than the physicians did, except that exceptional physician that takes the time, which is a rarity. In the many years I did pediatrics, I only knew one doctor that truly was involved with his patients. So I'm not surprised, you know, but does this doctor care? I think he does care. You know, maybe there's too many of us, and let me tell you, there's a ton of women that go. So we outnumber that dude. So I understand him not knowing me, but his staff is awesome. As you watch my videos, if you've watched them, you'll see my opinion has gone a little higher. It was down here before. So as you watch my videos, you'll see kind of how I've grown to actually like them. And you know what? If I have a baby, let me change that. When I have my baby, these are the people that help that happen. So yes, I'm thankful that they're being kind, and you know, that it's very personal now, you know. So anyway, I hope you got this video was helpful to you. I'll post a receipt, medication, and let you guys know when I do have one side effect, which is a little bit of swelling right now. I call it kinkles. I've never had that before, and I have kinkles right now, so that's not cute. I've also traveled a lot. So, I mean, who knows if it's the medication or all the traveling. But I'm staying put for 2 weeks, whether I like it or not, because I think physically I need it, especially doing this process. So, yeah, keep you guys posted. And thank y'all for watching.